What's up guys, it's Phoebe. I'm here today at Hollywood Studios for a fun little solo day, spontaneous day, solo day. We're here. I really wanted to come to Galaxy's Edge. It's been a few weeks since I've been at Edge, which is pretty crazy for me. So I think we're gonna start our day there. I definitely want to grab food from somewhere too. I'm thinking ABC Commissary. We're just gonna have a fun afternoon and I thought I'd bring you guys along. So with that being said, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe and let's go have some fun. So it looks pretty congested right now. However, the wait times aren't really reflecting that. Tower of Terror sitting at 35, Mickey and Minnie's 50, Rise 45. Okay, well that settles it. I'm going straight to Rise. I mean, I'm always gonna be up for Rise, especially at a 45-minute wait. Let's see how long it takes us before we come to a complete stop. Well, this is pretty wild. I always feel dumb zigzagging when no one's here. I'm giving you the full experience right now. You're getting your steps in. And we're still zigzagging. I think there's about 9 rooms in this queue. And I would say we are about to enter the 3rd room right now. And we've come to a stop.
Prep the ready room for recruits. Commander 9 please report back to IGS cockpit.
Incoming transmission from Ray. BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Shouldn't you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the calls. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batuu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pakara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pakara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
Affirmative. Deck 3, you are clear for launch. Engage repulsors and hold on, recruits. All ships, launch. Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way.
First Order TIE fighters! Reroute! Reroute! Right to blue flag here. Clear the path so transport can make a jump.
We're caught in a tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
I'll get some friends and make us a fair fight. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Stay strong!
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, Resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Attention Resistance sympathizers, this ship is now under the command of the First Order. You'll disembark immediately and proceed down the corridor on your right for interrogation. Now get out.
I would like to stay here, please. We waited 11 minutes. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Let's go.
Enemies of the First Order, we will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The resistance prisoners.
You have what I want.
secret base, and I will take it from you.
You're needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Out of here. We gotta move down.
Woo!
Let's go, recruits. Let's go.
Wait, what? Oh, R5 wants to know how much you love your glasses.
Oh, a lot. I'll take them off.
Well, R5.
Thank you, R5.
Recruits Day. May the force be with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Ben will guide you.
Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lift at the end of the hallway. Turn right.
Go to the prisoners!
Who picked these two droids anyway?
There they are! Fire!
If anyone's finding a blaster, now's a good time. Ah! The escape pod's deployed! Wait, why are you going up? I said down, up and back. It's real bad.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields.
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations!
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
Attention, all resistance personnel. Abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship. This destroyer's about to...
There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the resistance.
Okay, the door's open. See you.
Okay, you're clear. Your escape routes came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck.
Wow, how cool was that? 11-minute wait for Rise of the Resistance. We have so much shade over in Batu today, which is so nice. I feel like it's usually 110 degrees. Tatooine has 2 suns. I feel like Batu has 9. So I am loving the shade. I can't get over that we just waited 11 minutes for that. Judging by the crowds walking in, I assumed everything would be pretty busy. So this is a very pleasant surprise. Let's go ahead and head further in, see if we can spot any characters. I don't know if there are any out right now. If there are, we'll find them. So this is Ronto Roasters, and it closes at 3 o'clock, I believe, but you can get the Ronto wraps at Docking Bay after it closes. This droid right here is actually a pitmaster droid. You're doing great, keep it up.
It's okay, DJ. Everything's going to be okay.
Yes. What in the world is going on? It's 4:59. Where is everyone? Hello?
There's a lecture at base tonight. Advancements in armor maintenance. Should be fun. Your allegiance should be with the First Order. Be careful, citizen. Quickly, we're on patrol. What's happening?
Nothing.
The First Order will be watching you.
Okay, thank you. Let's really just take a moment though. Let's take a moment. This is how Galaxy's Edge is meant to be experienced. Like, this is so nice. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. I've definitely touched on this before in vlogs. I think it's such a unique and fun drink. It's also really good though too. This is the Black Calf Cold Brew. This is a cold brew and then it's topped with a cream cheese foam and Cocoa Puffs. You want to be sure to stir up the cream cheese foam or else you're just gonna get hit with straight cold brew or straight foam. They definitely gave me extra foam. Oh, right, that's another thing. I asked for extra cream cheese foam on top. We're just gonna get this all mixed in. We've got some action over here. I can't even hear. All right, here we go. Very nice.
And fight against us when they have no chance. We believe a resistance spy was sent to this location, no doubt searching for a place to hide. She cannot be operating alone. Someone is helping her. Someone is hiding her. And someone knows where to find her. If we believe you know something, if we believe you are hiding something, we will find out. If you're stopped for questioning, I suggest you do as you are ordered.
Excellent advice.
Shippers!
Have you found the Resistance spy, Lieutenant?
Not yet, sir. We've initiated reconnaissance patrols and we believe should be found within the night.
The spy was tracked here. And if she is here, the Resistance could be here. You were sent to find her, but you have failed.
Someone has information, sir. We will get it.
No, Lieutenant. I will get it. You are dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Troopers.
Affirmative.
My heart just stopped. There I was, minding my own business. Kylo Ren had to get in my face. I was I was in this corner right here and I couldn't go anywhere because I was sitting. I mean, no complaints, I guess. It's still very shaded right now. I've been sitting here for the past probably 20 minutes, just people watching, listening to the ship's dock. I am starting to get pretty hungry though, so I think we're gonna head out of here, head to ABC Commissary, see what they have, and grab some dinner. I'd love to ride Tower before the night's over too. I just had a good conversation with Ray and Vi. I let him know I'm still collecting data for the Resistance, but I will be faxing it over to them when I finished. We're gonna see how long the line is before I decide if I want to place a mobile order or not. All right, let me show you what I got. This is the buffalo chicken grilled cheese. It's a grilled cheese that has buffalo chicken in it. Comes with a side of buffalo sauce too. Total after tax is $12.77. I subbed the fries for apple slices. That's me being healthy. I think that this is such a solid option. I feel like ABC Commissary is overlooked. There are actually a few different entrees that I would get here. I also like the shrimp tacos, I get that a lot. Okay, Tower is a 35-minute wait, so that is where we're gonna head right after this. But we'll play it by ear, see what happens. I took a brief detour before heading over to Tower of Terror. It's my favorite ride of all time. And I recently got the opportunity to do a backstage behind the scenes tour of it. I cannot describe how much I enjoyed it. It was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I almost cried. I got to go in the lobby and take pictures. and see how things work. The amount of detail and thought that went into this ride, they put so much effort into it. It's so evident, even if you don't know everything in all of the rooms and what it all means and where it all comes from, but knowing those details. But I am so glad I got to do that. I just wanted to share that. I've already been here for 3.5 hours and I've only done Galaxy's Edge. I still haven't met Darth Vader though, which is wild to say. You would think that I would have met him 900 times by now at Launch Bay. I have not. I need to go there and do it. Launch Bay always closes at like 5 or 6, I think, and I always forget about it until it's like 6:15 p.m. and then I can't do it. I have met Hayden though. I'm sure none of you are aware of that either. That was also one of the coolest days of my life. I've wanted to meet him for probably 10 years, but I've never done it because I used to live in Oklahoma. And so finally when I moved to Florida, he was coming to MegaCon. I have to go. I have to finally meet him because I don't know how much longer he's going to be doing these meet and greets. So it was like $250. I did pay it shamelessly. And I also had to buy a MegaCon general admission pass, which was like $60. Did I spend like $315 on this? Yes. Do I regret it? No. Would I do it again? Yes. I show up to MegaCon. I've never been to MegaCon before either. MegaCon is a whole other world. I was flabbergasted. Like every turn a surprise. There was so much going on. I ran into so many insane costumes too, like the Witch King of Agmar from Lord of the Rings. Someone was dressed as that. I'll insert a picture here or something. That was such a cool costume. He let me hold the sword and I screamed a little bit inside. I was really only there for Hayden though. So I showed up and I got immediately in line to meet him. And I was in line for probably 3 hours. And then these people get on a megaphone and they're like, who's here to see Hayden Christensen? And we were all like, yeah! And then he goes, you're gonna all have to leave the line. We need to use this area. Hayden's meet and greet was running behind. So we had to completely leave the area and they said to come back in like an hour and a half. So then I had an hour and a half to kill. That was when I saw the Witch King of Agmar. I kind of just sat in a corner with the 2 friends I was with because I was so overwhelmed. I just did not understand the intensity that is MegaCon. It was very fun though, very enjoyable. I love seeing everyone come together and compliment each other and get to share their work and their cosplays. So the time finally came for us to come back. So I come back and I get in line and I'm waiting for another hour. Probably in total waited 5 hours in a line standing to meet him. I was wearing my classic Anakin Skywalker Attack of the Clones shirt. There were people in like full cosplay, so there were Darth Vaders, I saw Queen Amidala's, Obi-Wan's, the Mandalorian. It was really impressive to see. So I was very underdressed, but it's fine. So I see the line start to moving now, and for the bigger, more well-known actors, they've got curtains, so you cannot see them until you're upon them, and it's your turn. But I can see the cameras flashing. Now, unfortunately, this was not a meet and greet opportunity. It was a photo op, and I was mentally preparing for that because I was like, that means I am not going to be able to talk to him, which was crushing a little bit, but I was also like, I can't say anything stupid and embarrass myself and think about it for the rest of my life. So I found some bit of comfort in that. So I see the cameras flashing. They are going off. I can also, sidebar, you get one picture, one professional picture. You can't bring your cameras in, you can't bring your phone in, nothing. A professional photographer stands there, clicks it once, and then you're done. And you're done. So I was like, I've got to plan my pose out. So I was freaking out. I was like, okay, here's how I'm gonna like turn my shoulder. I'm gonna pull my hair over the side of my shirt right here. Or do I not want to pull it over the side of my shirt? That way you can see Anakin. But you can see Anakin because he's also gonna be right here. I was like losing my mind, genuinely. I count the seconds between each flash because that's how many seconds each person is getting with him. I kid you not, it was probably 7 seconds in between each flash. And right then, a part of me died inside. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have legitimately 7 seconds to stand in the line, smile, and leave. what am I gonna say to him? What am I gonna do? Am I just gonna nervously like, and I had about an hour to sit there and watch these flashes go off and prepare. So my time to enter the curtain has come. I enter the curtain, they make you leave all of your stuff on a shelf. So all of my things go on a shelf. We stand in another line behind the black curtain, but then there's another black curtain. I was like, what in the Wizard of Oz? So I enter behind the second black curtain, and there he is. So there's about 5 people in front of me to meet him before I go, but at this point, I can't feel my legs. So I'm watching these people go in front of me, and it's a little awkward. Like, they're like going in to hug him, and I'm like, oh, did he want to be hugged? I don't know. They're like, hey. And Hayden's like, hey. It's so fast, I'm panicking. I almost turned around and ran away. So it's the person before me, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I was like, I'm gonna be fun. Like, no one's really saying anything. Everybody's kind of just smiling and being polite. I'm gonna be polite, obviously, but I was like, I'm gonna try and bring some form of energy to this. So he said goodbye to the person before me, and then he turns and he looks at me. And so I was like, here we go. No turning back now. So I was like, hey, Hayden. I can't remember exactly what I said. Anyways, he looks at me and he smiles and he takes my hand. So after I just say whatever's in my mind, I can't even remember, in the span of about 3 seconds, it was very fast, I was getting ready because I wanted to do the Force with him. So I was like, I have to make sure he knows I want to do the Force. I want to be smiling while we do the Force. So I am like, okay, it's time to tell him what I want to do. I have to do it quickly. So I say whatever I said, and before I could say for the photo, he looks at me and he says, how are you doing today? Now, Hayden, this is not a Q&A. This is not a meet and greet. I was not prepared. So he says, how are you doing today? And did he even say it? No, because it went one ear and out the other. He asked me, and I said, so for our photo, which means I could have had a conversation with him, but instead I chose to ignore the man and say, for our photo, can we do the Force? The biggest L I've taken in my life. So he does his Hayden laugh, which is like it's like a singular ha, like a huh. And he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. I forgot to say, I want to do the Force while smiling. Can we do X, Y, and Z? Like, all of that, once again, I had no idea what I was saying. I forgot how I wanted to pose. I forgot how I wanted to do my hair. I forgot everything. He put his arm around me, which is another thing. And I did the Force, and then the photo, the one singular photo, this moment that $315 led up to, was over in about half a second. And then I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I said, thank you so much once again. And he was like, thank you so much for being here. Grab my hand again. And we did that little like thing as you walk off. I probably did it. I don't even remember. I was like, are you sure you want me to go? In reality, I wish I would have said like, hey, if you've got a water break, let's talk about Star Wars. I was trying to be respectful of his time and get out of there as quick as I could. So I said goodbye, he said goodbye, and that was it. And so once I turned the corner and could no longer see him, I was like, what just happened? And what did I do? I didn't do anything that I wanted to do. I didn't say, he asked me a question and I said nothing. So I was like, well, that's great. Anyways, I go up to the photo, scared that I look crazy and he's doing the, and I don't know. But anyways, the photo prints out and I looked at it and I was like, I was looking at the photo, contemplating my entire life, and a security guard came up to me and they were like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. They were like, your hands are shaking. Sure enough, my hands were shaking. I think just 10 years of waiting for that to happen finally got to me. Revenge of the Sith is my favorite movie of all time. I love Star Wars. If I had to do a TED Talk on something, it would be that. So it was just very full circle. I felt like I had checked a major bucket list item off of my list. Anyways, that's the story of how I ignored Hayden Christensen and then went home and cried about it. But that was a cool experience. And I have thought about like, would I want to meet him again? I was thinking maybe instead of a meet and greet, if he ever came back to Florida for another event, I would do an autograph because you have a little more time to talk to him if you do that. I could have done both, but I don't have $600. So maybe in the future I will do one of those, but it was the best. It was the best day ever. I had so much fun. That was literally all I did. By the time I was done, it was time to leave MegaCon. That's how long it took. And it is still my lock screen to this day. And that wraps up story time with Phoebe. I am ready to go ride Tower of Terror because I've been sitting here talking for a while now. Let's see how long the wait is for Tower of Terror now. Oh, great. So I talked so long that Tower is now posted at 50 minutes, but what else are we gonna do? Nothing. We're gonna go ride Tower. So let's go ride Tower of Terror. I got to stand in this lobby. I got to do what he's doing. So I went over by that table back there, and then we got to take a photo by the fireplace too. There's so much detail back here though, especially in this little table. It's hard to see the plants in the way. But we spent about 10 minutes talking about that table and the chairs alone.
You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of dreams and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. You are the passengers in a most uncommon elevator about to ascend into your very own episode of the Twilight Zone. One stormy night long ago, 5 people stepped through the door of an elevator and into a nightmare. You are about to discover what lies beyond the 5th dimension, beyond the deepest, darkest corner of your imagination, in the Tower of Terror.
I'm in the hallway area right after exiting the ride, and something really cool that I learned about while I was on the tour is that this actually has to do with the Twilight Zone TV series. It's from one of the episodes where there is a little girl and a portal appears in her room and she falls through it, and the portal starts to become unstable and the parents have to try and get her back before it closes. And so this essentially is from that episode in the series, which I think is so cool. I never really paid attention to why there was chalk. They used that chalk to measure the portal and where it started. So one little cool thing I learned from the tour that I thought I'd share with you guys. Also, something really fun that I forgot to mention, my 2 tour guides for my Tower of Terror tour, their names were Alexa and TJ. And TJ actually opened the attraction in 1994, and he's been working there ever since, which is insane to think about. Alexa was also wonderful, and I just ran into her in the boiler room, so that was a lot of fun. But with that being said, I think that's gonna be a wrap on tonight. I got to go all around Galaxy's Edge and then ride Tower of Terror, so that is a perfect night for me. I'll probably watch Fantasmic and then head out. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss my next video, and I will see you guys next time.